Our first witness for today's panel is Imam Yusuf Badat. Imam Badat, welcome, and thanks a lot for appearing before the committee in spite of Ramadan. I know you must be very busy. So you will have 5 minutes for your opening remarks. Imam Badat, you can please begin.
Yes. Thank you for affording the opportunity to be here and be present on this panel. So as an imam within the community of one of the largest mosques in Toronto, a lot of the family members or spouses who have applied for immigration for their partners or family members from abroad constantly bring this concern to me that it's been months, it's been years, and we're unable to join our families with us. And in particular, what happens in three areas that I see keep repeated by congregation members is the question from Immigration Canada about the validity of marriage and also some of the questioning that takes place to individuals who are supposed to be coming to Canada to join their spouses or their family members, and also the issue about the duration, the length of time it takes to process some of these cases. So when it comes to the validity of marriage, sometimes people who practice Islam, they're very conservative, they're very traditional. So sometimes it's an arranged marriage. There was no dating that took place prior. Families got together and they arranged the marriage. So when questions are asked about when did the dating start, or when questions asked about, what were the locations that you met up prior to the marriage, then there is no such data like this available because the particular individuals, they don't follow the culture that we may be used to here in Canada of how we date and get to know our partners and then marry. Similarly, the concept of common law in many cultures where Muslims live and where Islam is practiced, there's no such thing as living together prior to getting married. So these are challenges that delay the process in genuine cases when a spouse is trying to sponsor their family member. In some situations, I've been also approached by congregants saying that we have our first child and it's been 3 years, it's been 5 years, and where the case of immigration is just not being approved. So these are some issues. I echo the sentiments of one of the previous witnesses in the previous panel that in the cases of divorce, it's very challenging, and the amount of effort it takes for many clients to prove that they were divorced, and the process that went through, again, it extensively delays the cases. In some situations, the cultures, because they vary, as I said earlier, specifically women, they find it very challenging to answer some of the questions. I'll just give you a simple example. In some of the cultures where Islam is practiced, when we talk to someone who we respect, oftentimes we're looking down. So women specifically in some of the cultures that we come from, when they're talking to someone that's interviewing them, they often may look down. And if the interviewer doesn't know the culture, they may assume that, there's something that's being hidden, or there's something that's not accurate here. And that's why they're looking down. But it's actually a cultural element of respecting the person who's interviewing. So these are all facts that make things challenging when we try to assume that all cultures are similar to the Canadian culture or the Canadian context, or the way we get married here in Canada, or the way we date, or the way we have common law in this context here in a Canadian situation. It's not the same. And to judge each application based on our culture here in Canada, it can delay the process. It can cause individuals to be very far from accepting an applicant who's a genuine spouse, who's a genuine family member. So in summary, these are some of my remarks here for the panel.